you also talk in the book about having uh, an advisory board that asks
Sure.
you those questions, right? So which is very important. So at one end, it's not about the ideal world of not raising money, but it's also about saying, okay, how do you behave like a
Yeah.
unicorn? Yeah, and having the right advisory board which which fuels your ambition and questions your ambition, right?
Very good point. I missed that earlier on. So one of the things I was very lucky with, I think, is that while I had never worked anywhere else, I just worked at one company in the US for a couple of years before returning. I was able to find, and I read this somewhere, this idea of creating an advisory board. Uh, because the board has too many sort of fiduciary responsibilities and so on. So Ram Raj was my first advisory board member. He had bought my company at SIFI. He knew me, and for many years we didn't even pay him anything. I mean, he would just come, and I think the guidance that we received from him was incredible at the early stages. Because here's what happens when you're involved in the business. Okay, you also get a little bit of tunnel vision.
Mm,
Okay, because you got to worry about day-to-day problems. Okay, if someone is not doing very well, okay, it's not easy for you to question them because you're supposed to know everything. You're there.
correct.
But an advisory board can take a step back and ask you tough questions
Mm,
and ask the team tough questions, which sometimes you sort of miss out on. It also creates a discipline of what a public company is used to, where you come out with now, okay, here is what I'm going to deliver. Here are my targets for the next quarter. And
correct.
then you allow yourself to be measured. Until I got that, it was, oh, we did our best efforts. This is the best numbers we could do. Okay, okay, you did your best, no problems. But now there was someone else they had to answer to.
Mm,
That, because there was Ramraj questioning them. And I mentioned, I think, in the book also that, we were trying to grow international for a long time and we were not succeeding. And he said, is it like Menka, an attractive distraction for all of you guys, just making your international trips? And that hurt
yeah,
because we never thought like that. But I could not have said it the way he did it.
correct.
And it was that time that we said, no, Ram, we are going to make this thing work and show it to you. And we did. But you need that uh, little friendly pressure and push
Mm,
from someone from the outside. Because if you're a Proficon, there are no investors. There's no technically a formal board. I mean, it's family members or friends, whoever there were there early investors. If they are there, family and friends will be there on the board. But getting in 2 or 3 people, I think, can make a big difference to making the entrepreneur see a world which is beyond, a much longer horizon, asking the tough questions and positioning the business better for long-term success.